Hey guys, it's Natassia here. How are you doing? So happy to have you back on my channel. Now, I wanted to share with you guys a little update. So my family and I, we were in Canada in August. We came home end of August, and since we've been home, it's just been, I don't think we got a break. Like, we literally jumped right back into the thick of things. We had stuff going on for business. We had speaking engagements. In fact, we came home the Wednesday, and by Friday, we had to drive down to Ocho Rios to spend the weekend for a marriage retreat. And it's been like that, like, since we've been home over the past 2 or 3 weeks. And so it's just been from one event to the next to the next. I mean, the week after that week, we had to host a couple of friends of ours from Florida. They came here on vacation, and so we pretty much had just been on the road like constantly. And guys, as I look at or remember the waves at the waterfall and just seeing, how forceful the water was rushing down the fall, it reminded me so much of how life is set up. You will experience the peaks of life, and then there will be moments that you feel as though, you're in the midst of boulders and water pushing you back down, right? It's like it's opposing energy that is trying to sweep you away. And that's the whole point of the title, getting my life together. So it's not so much ranting or anything like that, but just to share tips with you guys as to how I was able to refocus. After vacation, there's usually like a lull. You have to try to get back in the groove. It was kind of the opposite for us, and so I had to just jump right back on it after coming home from enjoying all the wonderful places that my family and I went. And so I want to share with you, some of the things that I actually did that helped me. And I'm hoping that they will help you too, because, life is not something that you can take for granted. You have to be intentional. And even when you're going through your low moments, those dark moments, you have to take action. It's the only way you're really going to be able to, get through, or to move to the next level, or to achieve what you want to achieve. And so once I came home and I realized that, listen, everything was like overwhelming, and just as the waterfall looks, that was pretty much what I was going through mentally, because I had all these different things that I wanted to do but didn't have the time just yet to do it. And so the first thing I want to mention, guys, is that when you are having these moments, especially as career women, we do so much. You may be a mother, you may be the breadwinner, you may be the one at work that everybody comes to, you may be the church mom, it doesn't matter what hat you wear. The truth is, there are times that you just don't feel like you are strong. You just don't feel as though you have the mental capacity. You just don't feel as though you want to be the shoulder for everybody to cry on. And that's because you have a lot going on, and nothing is wrong with refreshing yourself to go again. So what I did was, we had a boat ride planned. So I said to myself, you know what? I'm going to take my organizer, my planner, and my journal with me, all my pens, and I was going to make notes. However, guys, that boat ride was a hot mess. But anyways, moving on. It was beautiful. I can say that much. It was beautiful. The scenery was everything. Maiden Key is beautiful. Anyways, so I didn't get to do all my journaling on that day. However, when I got home, I think the following morning, so that was Sunday, so I started doing my journaling, I believe the Monday morning, and I pretty much penciled in all the goals that, I had in mind, and I put them on paper. Now, they're not just all goals, they're just some things that I know I needed to start doing. For example, I had paused exercising for such a long time. And, I started feeling the different signs, and symptoms of, when you put on your husband's shirt and you're like, this is supposed to be bigger, but it's pretty tight. You're thinking to yourself, all right, I got to get my life together. And just some of those things. And, especially when it comes to, spending more time in prayer and, you need to, get back on track in terms of your relationship with God, which, guys, should be priority. But let's face it, we are human beings. And many times I will have conversations with people and they'll be like, oh, I'm not where I should be and da 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 da. And I'm like, listen, we all go through different seasons. So all you have to do is to get back on track. So journaling does a lot for me. I think I say it so often that journaling is that thing that keeps me sane, and I can put all my thoughts down. Also, it's one of the reasons I'm so on point when it comes to my clients reminding me of stuff and, my deadlines, because I write them down. I remember going to a meeting once to one of my clients' office, and the HR manager said to me, where's that brown book? And I'm like, brown book? She's like, yeah, where's your journal? Because she knows I have everything in there. And she's like, I didn't make notes last meeting and you didn't bring that book. Because she knows that in that book, she's going to find everything she needs, right? But it's my way of keeping organized. And so I want to implore you, whether you are male or female, journaling helps, guys. You don't even have to have a big old journal like me, because I got my planner from Sade Vassell, who is one of my mentees. You don't have to have this big old journal like me, or book writing down and colored pens and all of these. You have a phone. Use your phone to manage your time, to organize yourself. So that was one thing that I did over the past weekend to get me back on track. Now, the second thing that I also did was I did spend some time away. I pulled myself away for a bit. I know for the moms out there, you're saying to yourself, how can I have quiet time? I have kids. Or how can I have quiet time? I have a husband or business or whatever it is. But you need it. You need to get time away. And how was I able to do that, guys? I went to the nail salon and I got my nails done, and I got a few hours to myself. I could recap all those things I thought I needed to get done, those things that I know I haven't been focusing on. I used the time to listen to my audiobooks. Those are the things that I'm talking about when I say get your life together, to get that time away, to just relax and to refresh myself. Now, thankfully, that day when I went to the nail salon, it was not full. It was quiet. I enjoyed every single bit of it. And, you have to think about your environment. When you go into different places, is that environment recharging you or is it draining you? So those are things that I pay attention to very closely, because if I know that I need to reboot and I need to recharge, I won't put myself in certain environments that will make me feel worse. Now, the third thing I want to mention to you is I got my Audible library together. Now, my husband is an avid reader and he loves his actual physical copies of books. However, I am the complete opposite. I love audiobooks. And so what I did this past weekend was I organized my library. So I started looking up those topics that I know I need to be focused on for this month based on the goals that I have. So currently in my library, I don't have it open now, but I know I have an inspirational book, a spiritual book, and about 2 different books about life skills. So whether it's speaking, whether it's, interpersonal skills, whether it's boosting your confidence, I have those books down, and those books will be read before September is out, right? It's in audio format, so when I'm working, I can listen. The whole point of this is to ensure that while you are in the thick of things, you're still learning. I always speak about it. I cannot be an effective speaker if I don't know much. I cannot be an effective HR consultant without putting something in my head. And so you have to be looking out. You have to be learning. Now, on top of this, I have school. Not something I share a lot, but I do study as well. So I'm just saying, guys, that you have to put yourself in that position where you are keeping track of all the things that you know you need to get done. Right now, I think that's a third thing. The fourth thing is I have scheduled some rest. Schedule sleeping time. It's a struggle for me. I'm not gonna even act as though I sleep 8 hours per night, per day. It gets ridiculous. There are times when I will be up until 1, 2, and then I'll go to bed afterwards, and then have to get up and get Amy ready for school. And it gives me headaches, right? Because I didn't rest. And then there are also times that I'll go to bed as early as 7 p.m. and then I'll wake up 1 o'clock in the morning again, and it's crazy. But I'm gonna make an effort to get the right hours of rest and to eat properly, because our bodies are temples, and we need to remember that they're sacred. It's not just about what we put into what we put in, but also, how much sleep are you getting, right? And what about the thoughts that you're thinking, and all these different things. So I have literally pressed the restart button and decided that I'm gonna go again. So guys, that's pretty much what I wanted to share with you. I hope these tips really help, because I travel quite often, and usually it happens to me every time I travel. Because remember, when you move from what you're familiar with or familiar to, what happens is it's almost as if your body is elsewhere. I remember when I just got home from Canada, it took me like 2 or 3 days to even know where I was. It's like I'm not cognizant that I'm back home. I don't know what part of the globe I'm at. It's like I'm just functioning, and it's not a good thing. So you have to take the time out to, refresh yourself, recap. I remember when I got home, I also got in touch with my clients, give feedback where necessary, let them know I'm home, whatever the case is. But just to get into that frame of mind, I also want to leave this special thing with you, because I am aware that we all go through moments of disappointments and hurt and pain. It doesn't matter what area of life you may be going through something in right now. I just want to let you know that, this place that you're at right now is not your final destination. And sometimes those things that you struggle with are the vehicles that are going to take you to your goals, or take you to that place of achievement, or take you to that God-given blessing. However, you won't see it while you're in it. And so I just want to remind you that nothing is wrong with taking a break, pausing to refresh yourself, to go again. This is how you actually gain momentum on a journey. When you're learning more, when you are being more aware, because sometimes we're here but we're thinking about somewhere else, and we're there and then we're thinking about being back here. It's crazy. So just being present and knowing what's happening around you and being thankful. We have to be grateful to God. Like, nothing is owed to us, but we are blessed, and we need to recognize that. and embrace that. So I just wanted to share those things, guys, and I hope that you will be empowered to get your own life together in September, right before October comes and the year is out. Guys, thank you so much for sticking and staying with me. I appreciate you guys. Leave a comment if anything I've said has helped you, and give it a big thumbs up. Subscribe. Bye bye.